Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do a quick review of the RR Standard. So I have done a review on the prototype. I believe I unboxed this as well, and I just wanted to kind of do a quick review of it, run it down, see how quick I can do it. We'll see. I really like this knife, and I want to do another video, one, to give you a review of the production one I have, and two, just to give a spotlight on it. I believe there's still all black ones available and all tie ones available at the time of recording. He also has dropped the milled clips, which are fantastic. And I just really like this knife. I really like knife standards, really like the dude. And yeah, I just want to talk about it. So this is the RR Standard. If you're interested, go over to knifestandards.com. I paid for this full price. This was $365, I believe. Might be $385, just like the GOM. Both of these are knives I've paid for. I've actually bought multiples of this one. And I just really like the people behind it. I love the knives, so I want to support that by talking about it, right? Fantastic build here. This is done by Bestech, and they did a wonderful job on this. You can see right here, Knife Standards. It is called the RR Standard because his dad's initials are RR. So his initials are ATR, and his dad's are RR. He had the idea for this knife, came up with the design. His dad was super supportive of it, and then sadly, his dad passed away. And to honor his father, to kind of, I don't know, I guess help him with the grieving process and all of that, he decided to make this a reality. So he got prototypes from Bestech, sent them around for review. I was one of the people who was lucky enough to check one out. And then he did a pre-order as they were already in production. So it was kind of one of those short pre-orders. And man, did Bestech show up on this one. You have titanium scales. In this case, they're the milled. So this is the milled version of the knife. The other ones are just solid titanium in either all tie or all black. This one has combo. So you have milled tie, black hardware and studs, and then you have a belt satin blade. This knife is in Magna Cut. So this is probably the last knife, I think, that Bestech has done in Magna Cut. I think they might have done the EMP-EDC relative is coming, so maybe not. But it has been tested. He said all the ones he tested were at 62.5 Magna Cut HRC. I think that's really good because when I talk to Bestech, they do not like going over 59 to 61 on anything, and the fact that they budged on that is very, very nice. So, really good stuff there. Aesthetically, man, when this knife is closed, it just speaks to me. I'm not a big coffin handle guy in the sense that, like, the blade is fully tucked in. That's usually not my style. But just look at this. It just really makes me happy. I love the milling. I just love how he did it. The milling sets it off for me. If I didn't have a milled one, I'd be less impressed, but I still think it's awesome. You can see the screws, or the Chicago screws, are inset. Another cool feature is all of the show side is non-tooled or not tooled, which is cool. And then you have screws over here. This does come with a black wire clip, very low profile, which is a nitpick for some people because they have trouble holding on to it when they flick it or whatever. I didn't have a problem with that because I'm left-handed. I'm used to not having a clip there, but it does now have an option for a milled clip because Lynch clips don't actually fit. We thought they did on the prototype, but that seemed to be incorrect. I tried to fit one. It didn't go on. It kind of fits, but the screw doesn't go in for whatever reason. But anyway, he actually had a clip design that fits it. So he has plain tie and DLC ones, and this clip is fantastic. I had to bend it just slightly, which is very easy. I just flexed it in my hand, and no tap or anything. It works extremely well. Once you open the knife, you have this combo grind or compound grind, hollow back here, flat up here, very Chavez-like, but it is a drop point. It's definitely different. It has a nice swedge here. And it has a full finger choil, which is a thing that I always have a gripe with on Chavez's. Now, it does look a little bit odd and in pictures, and if you haven't handled one, it definitely stands out. It's like, That's a little bit weird. Blade to handle doesn't look amazing. The choil kind of looks a little awkward. But I don't know. Once I've had it and handled it and everything, I just freaking love it. I don't know. It's weird. It's one of those, you know? So aesthetically, I really like it. I'm not in love with the blade and choil for the handle, but it does work really well, in my opinion, once you have it in hand. It's a very straight design from tip to tail, which is cool. And then you have the ergonomics, which are very comfortable in this back grip right here. And then you have that choil. A little less comfortable for me than most choil knives, just because it's kind of thin. I don't know. But it still feels really solid. I think I could have done with just having no choil and just having the blade come back to here. And I think with this handle, it would have worked really well. And it would have given you more cutting edge, obviously. But I like it either way. So ergos are good in the normal grips. It works in this reverse grip. I probably wouldn't do this, but you could, I guess. Works in this grip decently well. And then if you do this, not bad either, but definitely good in the normal sort of grip. Carry, like I said, the clip is phenomenal. It's a thin knife, very thin knife, and it feels absolutely fantastic. In the hand. Let's just kind of check that. 0.49, but it's contoured. It has that contour and everything. It feels much thinner than that, honestly. I'm surprised it was even that thick. Really good. And it's not super heavy. It's probably 4 ounces, 4.5 ounces, something like that, which is perfect for me. Carries really well in the pocket, no problem. Cutting, I've absolutely adored cutting with this. Drop point works perfectly fine. You have that nice hollow back here. It's very slicey, and you can see it just slicing into my finger as we go there. Absolutely fantastic opening packages. Cutting some cardboard, had no problem with this thing. I really enjoyed having this in my pocket, honestly. But if you need like a full in-depth cutting, you know, whatever, there's other channels that have reviewed this, like Stasa, I think 23 reviewed one. Sounds are phenomenal on this knife. I mean, it fires out really loud, really thunders out of there. Thumb flick, oh man, it's just as satisfying as all get out. You hear that ringing? Yeah, it's wonderful. Action / fidget factor. This is where we get into it. On the right-handed, I mean, it just fires. Very strong D10 on this in a good way. Not as strong as the prototype, which is a good thing. He dialed it back a little bit. It's still strong. The studs are kind of close to the scale, so you got to get used to that, but it works. I don't have any problem right-handed doing either type of flick. The thumb flick lefty is good. You just have to be a little careful not to put too much pressure on this lock bar. If you put pressure down, then you can't flick it. So you got to kind of get it from right here and just fire it. But once I kind of, you know, do it, it's fine. Reverse flick is better with the milled clip because I have a little bit of something, and then I can flick up. This one has a good detent, so putting my finger here is a no-go. I can just get on the clip, and then I can fire it. It's a rare thing for me to do it, but... and then the closing action is very good. Swings down and drops. I mean, you can catch your finger right here, which is nice. And there we go. Really good. So, really enjoy this. Dead centered. It's a great knife, guys. So, there's a quick full review of the RR Standard. Go check it out at knifestandards.com. I'm really impressed and excited for them to come out with other designs or whatever they're going to do. It's a really good first knife, in my opinion, and I think you should check it out. But you guys let me know what you think down below. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.